Welcome back once more to more Shovel Knight. And we have all this spare money. May as well just go throw the rest of it that we can. And off we go. It's kind of funny, the one at the armor outpost will actually drop you off in front of the barn if you have music to hand in. But the shortcut one will always put you further over and thus make you have to kind of waltz on over here. 3 music sheets from Tinker Knight's stage. That's really all we have to do here though, because my health and magic is as high as it can go right now. But at least there's a couple more things we can throw money at in the armor outpost. With our less than graceful landings this time. Get there, buddy. Oh, right, that's literally all that's left. Well, this one does exactly what it says on the tin. It's otherwise completely the same, it's just that you drop less money when you die, so thus, it's nothing more than a palette swap for me in this particular run. Well, we'll stick with the Conjurer's Code. It just makes the most sense. At that point, there's literally nothing else in the entire game to spend money on, and we still have 15,000 just sitting there. Yeah, destroying all the checkpoints gets you a fair bit extra money, to say the least, as well as not losing any from deaths or anything. So, yeah, let's continue then, I guess. Either way, though, we have 2 more of the no-quarter knights left to take down. I'm gonna have to choose between Propeller Knights or Propeller Knights, one of the 2 Ps. And I think this time I'm gonna go with some Propeller Knights. We'll get to Propeller Knight last. Anyway though, let's take on this stage. Go! Strike the earth, except we're not really going to be on the earth because we're going into the sky with Propeller Knight stage. Oh man. So, you know, I've kind of gotten the easier stages out of the way, so now we're starting to get into the ones that are generally a little bit more dangerous. And this one's no exception. Although we're going to be in a super happy atmosphere with this music. It's kind of funny, because I never even paid the song all that much mind the first time through the game, but in all the successive ones, I've taken such a liking to it that I pretty much can't not hum to it or anything like that, so as long as I sort of break into that at any point, it's just so hard not to! It's so happy! So happy and carefree. And we have ourselves a new variety of the lizards to deal with. This time they do splitomancy or something. Basically the shots split whenever they're currently over top or below you. So do be careful for that. And this stage contains one of my least favorite generic enemies in this game. Those little gyro knights there will blow you around. And it's really quite bothersome! Yes, I got it! Because they're usually positioned to immediately troll you mid-jump and push you into a pit. That's super fun. These ones, on the other hand, I just don't want anything to deal with. They have a hard time dealing with you when you're sitting in the doorway, though, so you can kind of fight it from there. And they zoom around the screen so wildly and have such a gigantic attacking hitbox that it's just... no, it's not worth the risk. These are definitely the most useful cannons for Propeller Knights. Are they here for any other reason than decoration? Whoa, 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 that bounce. Okay, let's not do anything stupid now. Oh man, now these are the most useful cannons, yes! I guess they're good for dealing with people who are already inside your ship. Well, that's normally not what you use cannons for. And again, if he's an artiste, but then I guess he doesn't normally think about that sort of practicality. So we have lots of good old Bowser's Castle type of curtain shenanigans going on here. You can tell where it's safe though, just based on where the puffs of smoke are appearing. Quite a bit of money out of the deal though, so make sure to go pick it all up. There we go. And now it's mini-boss time! And good lord, is this thing ever pathetic. Just as long as you don't get stunned by it falling to the ground, you can usually take it out absurdly fast. It will stun you if it stomps into the ground and you're still there, and at that point you're pretty much guaranteed to get hit. But as long as you avoid that, you'll be fine. There we go. Now, there's a little blue variety of the Gyro Knight. This is like the only place where he appears. But it gives you a little boost, just so you can make that jump. So, this time I have to use gravity! There we go. If you don't fall from high enough up, you won't be able to beat the wind here and actually sneak into the little secret area on the side. But do make sure to get rid of the jellyfish enemy before trying that. I don't think it's 100% necessary, but it's certainly safer. But this leads us to the stage's relic. What you got there for me today, Chester? I have a lot of money for it. This time he has the Propeller Dagger. And this thing's probably a speedrunner's dream, although not the most useful thing offensively. It's just a mobility tool. It lets you glide through the sky so fancy and free, and move much quicker than your default movement speed. But first, sparkling fishing hole. First one on the stage. There we go. Got some sheet music. Get rid of that pest. They're always positioned to be such a pain. There's another one over here, I'm almost sure of it. Oh, no, I guess he resisted being quite that trolly. Oh well. One little side road later, and we're coming up with plenty more money, a music score, and a new relic. This one will be fairly useful throughout the rest of the stage. It's not the most useful one outside of this one, but it's a good tool to have when you're dealing with being in the sky all the time. That's just when you're dealing with this pest. Although it's still easier to just shoot them. Come on, platform. Come on back. Thank you. For there's a secret behind him. I'll get that magic in a minute. Second song scroll! They're pretty much crammed right together in this stage. You can see the tower fade in the background there, as usual. Man, I need to post that magic. Good thing I held on to it. Well now, the checkpoints are really starting to get worth quite a lot. These guys are starting to get way too popular. There's another one, isn't there? Yes. Get your face over here so I can slash it off. Okay. Auto-scrolling and wind! It's everybody's favorite combination. Well, since we can't really rush it anyways, might as well just set fire at the ready. To deal with people like that. But yeah, the wind even does blow you right along the ground like this, so do be careful. Now we have to do a bit of fancy maneuvers by bouncing off of large cannonballs. You may be fighting the wind, but it's still doable. And just skip along to the ladder and we get to our next checkpoint. Not quite as worth as much as the previous one, but it's still a lot of money. Greetings, rats! Your position to be an exact pain. Just let yourself drop instead of trying to push yourself to the right during this part, because otherwise you'll probably end up face-planting those spikes and feel silly. Couple of hidden pink gems right there. You can't really beat the wind whenever you try, so just wait until the propellers shut off and get going. Speaking of things that involve propellers... Ah! That's the first time I've ever seen him get stuck under the platform! But he is guarding yet another secret chest full of money. And we always want those. Gotta put a concentrated effort into destroying this midpoint. Come on, I want up. This section's all about letting the wind kind of guide you back and forth. If you're feeling daring, you can take a shortcut here and there, but it's generally not all that worth it. Unless you're speedrunning, then go for it. It's kind of meant to be taken nice and slow, nice and easy, especially this first room to get you used to being blown around by the powerful winds. This one, on the other hand, demands a little bit more speed than that. But I want the magic first. Speaking of, there we go. Because this one rat, it's just there to be obnoxious and make you waste time unless you can shoot him from a distance. But that's it for the wind gimmick. Now we just have to bounce to victory. And those rats are just in dangerous places today. With that, though, we find ourselves right before the boss. Greetings, Propeller Knight. You're very French, it seems. Look at his fancy shirt. Oh dear, this guy has a massive ego to deal with. But Propeller Knight here is a bit of a fencer, and a bit of an annoying one at that. The main thing he does throughout the battle is a series of jabs. And their timing is pretty much random. So you pretty much want to keep yourself away from him if you can when he's doing that. This part, however, is pretty funny. Since he kind of sways himself back and forth like that, you can really get some silly hits in. Oh, you want to appear directly above me, do you? Do you realize I have anchors, Propeller Knight? Yeah, that felt good, didn't it? Didn't it? About this stab of yours. Hi! Oh. He's not that tough of a boss. He does have a little bit more he can do right there, where he'll actually start doing the jabs with the cannonballs raining down. But if you convince him to go to the far side of the stage, it actually gets him stuck there, just kind of fencing back and forth on that little platform so you can downstab him forever. He's a really hard boss the first couple of times you face him, but other than that, he's essentially just a bit of a joke. Because you can actually learn him, and minus the initial phase of him jabbing back and forth all over the place, there's just not a whole lot he can do. It's one of those bosses that gets trivialized once you catch onto their pattern, and there's lots of little things that you can exploit with them too, such as the rapid down stabbing in the air. Either way though, that's another stage down. I didn't have to use the phase locket there, but it's one of those ones where it's much funnier to finish him off by doing that. He's so proud of his little trying to blow you up into the air and stab you, and you can just go into dodge mode and stab him right in the face. Either way though, that's another stage down. And I'm going to be going back in there for a second here and just to show you a room that I realized I missed like 3/4 of the way through the stage. It's nothing important, it just contains money, but I do want to show all the secret rooms. So yeah, that's going to be added on here at the end of the video, but in the meantime though, acquiring the Propeller Dagger has allowed us to actually go to this place, the Frigid Flight. So we'll go ahead and check that out first. Let's go! Ah, what a lovely night for a flight. Notice the coloration on the word fly there, because the Propeller Dagger is, well, kinda green. But yes, you're not gonna even be able to get through the first jump of this stage without it. This one's actually a pretty fun little bonus stage. This is all about zipping about with the Propeller Dagger and having a good time. And looking pretty damn cool while you're doing it. Use the propeller to change them. It's kind of funny because you'll never see opportunities like these very often in the actual game. Also because Propeller Knight comes so late into it. But it's just fun to have a little place to kind of just go nuts with the thing. It's one of the most fun relics in the entire game. It's a shame that it comes so late, because you barely get to use it. There's definitely a few opportunities where getting it is ideal. I imagine even when you're trying to speedrun this game, it may be out of the way, but it probably saves so much time just from being able to zoom around everywhere that's... probably gets the job done. Now, you can see what they want you to do. You can see what they want you to do, but screw that. That's way too dangerous. Let's just go this way. Get ourselves some more money. Everybody loves money, right? Mo, what are you doing out here? Jeez. We're off in the frigid lands of the freaking Arctic here. And there's still moles. Ugh. Either way, grab the song scroll and get ourselves another huge pile of money. And that's it for the polar fight. Well, after that nice little trip, this Propeller Knight's gonna be the only one that we have left, and there's literally no other reason I have to go to either of the villages other than to hand in scrolls here and there. Well, I guess there'll be one more reason here in a bit, but either way, that's another stage down, and yeah, I was kind of expecting Propeller Knight to be more of a problem, but you'll see what happens here in the future. But first, let's kind of transition over, because I want to show you the one room that I skipped. Sorry about that, by the way. Okay, future me, get to editing in some sort of transition and send us to the secret room I didn't do. Please? Welcome back to the Propeller Knight stage, and this is the room where I completely overlooked a secret room. See the wall on the left? Doesn't it look a little bit odd how it has that split right there? That's because there's a secret room in it. This one's... should be deemed dangerous, but you could really just, you know, slash. Oops. Like I said, though, it's just money. Not even all that much money, but it's always nice to see each and every one of the secret rooms in this game in general. Oh, right, and there's also the real first sparkling fishing hole of this stage. I realized I also missed another one at the end of the stage in terms of the sparkling fishing holes. This one contains a trout pool. Once again, though, this is the Eye Cooler Fortune, so despite this being a kind of tricky secret room to notice, it's not a very good prize. But yeah, the other sparkling fishing hole I was talking about, in the second to last screen, so right before the boss hallway, there's a sparkling fishing hole right at the very end of the section where you were bouncing over cannonballs. Just completely overlooked it because the background's kind of bright, so you don't notice the sparkles on it all that much. But that's it for me actually missing things for once in a successful recording. This is what happens when it doesn't take enough tries. I forget to memorize things. Either way, though, I do want to thank you guys for watching this particular section too, and, well, we'll see just how many attempts this place took here in a moment. See you next time! Down here. I just totally stepped onto the wind and got myself hit. Well, that's one way to start out the failures here. Okay, we have a little friend that's actually gonna help us out here. Remember me, jump before you just go down onto him. Look, this is how you're supposed to do it, me. Don't just drop. You have to actually jump to not get destroyed by this one, okay? Okay? Learn your lesson! Good! This is why we practice.